They told you spiritual awakening was going to bring you to flowers and butterflies, a warm and fuzzy blanket of constant bliss. But instead, your world is crumbling down around you. Your emotions are everywhere, all at once. You can't sleep, you can't focus. And your mind screams, "Am I going crazy?" Here's the truth no one told you about spiritual awakening. You aren't going crazy. You're not losing your mind. What you're experiencing is actually a profound inner shift, a realignment of your consciousness. And while it may feel like you're unraveling, know this, my friend, you're actually being reborn into your most authentic self. Let's start at the beginning. The road to awakening is paved with good intentions. You want more, you seek deeper truths, you desire to evolve, but what you don't expect is the cost. Jung recognized this. He understood the toll it takes on the psyche to shed old identities, to confront what lies beneath. When we peel back the layers, we encounter our shadow, the repressed parts of ourselves we've buried under societal expectations and personal fears. All of a sudden, things you've ignored come rushing to the surface, old traumas, forgotten wounds, emotions you've never processed. It's as if a Pandora's box has been opened and there's no putting it back. This is where many falter, where they mistake awakening for insanity. As Carl Jung once said, the most terrifying thing is to accept all the pieces of ourselves, the light and the dark. That's exactly what you're doing. You're confronting the dark, the parts of you that have been deemed unacceptable, the traits and behaviors society has labeled as undesirable or even villainized. Maybe you were told you were too sensitive, too angry, too ambitious, too much of anything. Well, those so-called flaws are merely shadows cast by a society that doesn't understand. This is a crucial moment in your journey. Are you going to succumb to the fear or embrace the unknown? Will you let the shadows consume you or integrate them into your being? Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about becoming whole. And here's where the ego dies. As you continue on this path, something extraordinary happens. The very essence of who you are, your ego, your sense of identity, starts to dissolve. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But let me ask you this. Did you choose to walk this path willingly? Didn't you seek transformation? Weren't you tired of living a life dictated by societal norms and expectations? Jung referred to this as the collapse of the ego, a necessary death so that something greater can emerge. Now, I know it feels like you're losing yourself, but what if you're gaining something far more authentic, something far more true? Because what dies is the false self, the persona you've constructed to please others, to fit in. What rises is your true self, your real, authentic self, your innermost being. And here's the paradox. In losing yourself, you find yourself. It's like stripping away layers of an onion, each tier bringing you closer to the core. With each passing moment, you become clearer, more focused, more aligned with the energy of the universe. In the depths of this transformation, you'll encounter what Jung called the shadow. This isn't a spooky figure lurking in the dark. It's your suppressed self, your hidden emotions, your forgotten dreams. And when you acknowledge these aspects, when you shine the light of consciousness on them, you begin the process of integration. It's like putting together a shattered mirror. Each fragmented piece reflects a part of you that needs to be healed, understood, and accepted. By integrating your shadow, you become whole, you become complete. But the journey doesn't end there. You'll find yourself standing at the edge of a vast unknown. This is what Jung referred to as the realm of the self, a place beyond the confines of the ego. It's here that you discover your true purpose, your unique gifts, your life's calling. The path ahead may seem daunting, but remember, you're not alone. Countless souls have walked this path before you. They felt the same fears, the same uncertainties, but they pressed on. And in doing so, they found their true selves. Think about it. Everything you've ever learned, everything you've ever believed, everything that shapes your reality comes from somewhere. Those beliefs, those ideas, they didn't just materialize out of thin air. They were handed to you. You were conditioned to accept them as truth. But here's the unsettling part. Some of these beliefs, these rules, these expectations, they don't serve you anymore. They were never yours to begin with. They belong to the past, to a time when you were innocent, when you blindly trusted those who you believed had your best interest at heart. Now that you're awake, you see through the illusion. You realize that you were sold a lie. The world you once thought so solid now seems like a house of cards ready to collapse. And when it does, when the foundations crumble, what do? You retreat, don't you? You search for answers, for guidance, for someone to tell you how to navigate this uncharted territory. But the truth is, only you hold the map. You have to find your way. But the path is fraught with challenges. Every step forward brings new fears, new doubts, new obstacles that test your resolve. But you must not falter. You have come too far to turn back now. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to stumble, to fall even. Just make sure you get back up. The journey is yours, and while it may be lonely at times, remember, you're not alone. There are countless others walking similar paths. As Carl Jung wisely said, no tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Only by embracing the darkness, by acknowledging the uncomfortable parts of ourselves, can we truly grow towards the light. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why certain things keep happening to you? Why certain situations keep repeating themselves in your life? The answer lies in your subconscious, in the patterns and beliefs that have been ingrained in you since birth. These patterns often stretch back to your childhood, to moments when you felt hurt, betrayed, or misunderstood. Maybe you were mocked for speaking up. Maybe your feelings were dismissed, or maybe you were punished for expressing your true self. Whatever the case, these experiences left scars, creating wounds that festered in your subconscious. Over time, these wounds transformed into limiting beliefs, shaping the way you perceive the world and your place in it. They dictate your choices, your relationships, and your overall well-being, but you're not powerless against them. With self-awareness and conscious effort, you can break free from these patterns. It's like shattering a mirror. At first, it seems like a disaster, but then you realize you're free from the distorted reflections that have been holding you back. It's a tough journey, one that demands courage, vulnerability, and an unwavering commitment to growth. But the rewards are immeasurable. Imagine a life free from the shackles of your past, free from the expectations of others, and free to pursue your unique gifts and talents. It's a future worth fighting for. I'm here to tell you, awakening isn't supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would do it. It's not a magical unicorn far away in some rainbow land. It's here, right where you are, right now. It's messy, it's complicated, it hurts sometimes. But guess what? That's real life, real growth, real transformation. It's not about finding some perfect state of bliss and then staying there forever. It's about embracing the totality of human experience. So yes, you might be feeling lost and confused. You might be asking existential questions about life, death, and everything in between. You might be facing your deepest fears and insecurities. But you know what? That's all part of the process. It's like stripping away the layers of an onion, each tier bringing you closer to the core. It's uncomfortable, sure, but it's necessary. It's a small price to pay for the clarity, the peace, and the depth that comes on the other side. So welcome to this journey, my friend. Welcome to the depths of human experience, where light and shadow dance together, where pain and pleasure intertwine, and where the boundaries of the self are constantly being redefined. You're not going crazy, you're going deep. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. Have you confused awakening with insanity? What parts of you are trying to rise that you've been taught to silence? Can you sit in the discomfort long enough to hear your true self?